Hey guys, this is Coach Derek, co-host of the Soapboxing Podcast. Man, ever since I found this Anchor app, I tell you, podcasting has become a lot simpler and a lot easier to do. They distribute the podcast over several platforms, and you have to do no work. I tell you, man, if you're interested in doing podcasting, you need to download the Anchor app. That's ANCHOR.FM. You can get started today with the Anchor app and do whatever your heart desires.
What's up, everybody? This is Jiffy Morales, and I am repping Soapboxing Podcast right now. I'm going to have Austin Trout come on. He just had to step out for a second, and I'm still waiting on my other co-host, Derek. So I am just wanting to apologize for the delay because I'm about 20 minutes behind, but it's okay. We're going to get this intro started, and then I will wait on them to come on. So if you guys have questions or comments or concerns, oh, look, there's the guy. I'm going to put on... Hey, we're live. I'm just going to go ahead and put the introduction on, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Soapboxing Podcast.
You can't see that. I can't see that. Good lighting. I look tired because I am. There's nothing I can do about that. I am tired.
Hey, what's up? We got Austin, no doubt, Trout in the building.
Yo, what's up, Jeff?
Thank you for coming on Soapboxing Podcast. I'm your host, Big Jiff. What's up? You said you just came back off a big win from Germany on Friday.
It was a win. I wouldn't say a big win, but a win.
It's a big win in my eyes.
No, I don't need to stop. I need to stop duking on the accomplishment. I'm happy for the victory for sure. Feel good. Not necessarily super satisfied about the performance, but I knew what it was. It was a year layoff. Well, 11 months layoff, and that's what happens every time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. As long as I'm not doing worse than what is expected or what I've done, especially with someone that's 21-3, it was easy.
Yeah. Did you feel like he was tough?
It was tough, but it was more of what I didn't do than what he did do. Mm-hmm. I couldn't get that left hand off or that hook off, but that's just that rust that was coming off. At the end, the last round, I felt like, I kind of came on a little bit better, was catching some body shots, but, getting my feet and my hands together in sync, it takes a couple of runs.
How, what I always ask people, what is your mindset when you're in the ring? Like, are you setting things up, or are you just like a robot, or like, what are you actively thinking?
So me, I'm very much of a rhythm type fighter, and it's like, well, let's see what works. And the only thing I could get working was my jab. My hook was just
beautiful. Like
it was the only thing I could get going. So that's what I just kept using. And late, I guess in the last couple of rounds, once the left hand started working a little bit, it took 6-7 rounds for the left hand to get started. But I used it. Once I felt it, I used it. So again, that I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I'm happy to get that out the way.
Mm-hmm.
The last couple of years,
fight the southpaw.
That sucks too. I really don't like fighting southpaws, but with the right preparation, because he was a replacement. We had another opponent in the beginning that we had to switch over to southpaw. So, it all played a part. And shout out to Florin Cardos. He was a good opponent. He did his thing. He didn't just sit back and try to take a dive or nothing like that.
Keep coming, but sometimes
he kept coming. So he gave the opportunity for the fans to have something to work with. Me too.
Yeah, it wasn't a boring fight. So that
Yeah.
was good. Although I can say the crowds overseas are a lot different than from the US. Like they're very tuned in, they're quiet. It's almost like they snap instead of clap. Like
You know,
I'm
yeah,
really
you know,
excited.
and it's well, they are different, and but they do love and appreciate boxing. You know, they don't necessarily just have to have a bloodbath. They do appreciate the sweet arts.
Mm-hmm. No, that was cool though. It was cool to see you. We have something in common, just in case the viewers don't know. We're stable mates. We have the same trainer. We train at the same gym. So our trainer is Bobby Benton. Longer your trainer than mine.
That's my brother. Yeah, but still, nonetheless, you know, we're his little ducklings.
Yeah. So I know over the years you guys obviously have formed, you know, a good relationship. So how's the chemistry in the corner? Like, what are the conversations like?
It's perfect. He knows. He sees. You know, we've always had a great conversation. I mean, chemistry. Yeah, it's the unspoken things too. He can read my body language. There's times where, you know, he saw there was something in me that was more than them. So he, you know, he's been able to draw some, you know, some real good wins out of me before. I love Bobby, man. He's a good coach.
Yeah. So I know we talked a lot about probably we talked about it off air, so I can't remember what's on air.
That's right. We had a whole conversation before we got on.
And then I hit you with the sorry, you might have to say that again. But so the plan moving forward, obviously what you want and then what's planned for you might be a little different, but the goals are
No, what's going to happen
good.
is activity. I got some good rankings still, you know, even with some of the inactivity, but I'm on a 4-win streak now. And last year, 2021, I had a fight in Mexico in February. Now, before that fight, I was off for a whole year because of, you know, COVID and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 12 months before I fought. I had a fight, and it was very similar. You know, I couldn't get my shots off. You know, I was, you know, just a little bit off in the beginning, but came on at the end. Same thing. Then 6 months later, when I fought in Dubai, and I fought against Davila, I was on, you know, and not even pitch perfect, but just much better. My jab was setting things up. I was able to let my hands go. You know, my feet was more so under me. But then after that fight, I had a whole another year layoff.
Yeah.
Because now fast forward to this last fight was my fight since the Dubai fight, which was last year.
Almost a whole year, yeah.
Yeah. And so it was basically kind of like having to start all over again. And my plan, and you know, like you said, things might not happen exactly as a plan, but it's going to happen pretty darn close, is I'm going to fight about September, then I'm going to fight again in November. And God willing, that November fight is going to be of somewhat title elimination type. And I'll be here for it because, like I said, the next fight, I'm going to be sharp. The next fight, I'm going to be like a razor.
And it starts with speaking it into existence, letting your team know what you want so they can.
They know. That's what they're working on right now. We got some interesting news coming. And you know, I'll let you be the one to break it once it's available.
Okay. So Derek, he just came in. I'm gonna let him in, okay? Derek.
Champ. Oh shit. What's going on, Austin?
He's so excited to have you. I know he's containing himself, but
hey, this guy, we've met, of course, but he knows you know, my fighter, and he's over there with my buddies and shit. So I never got to really chop it up with him. I didn't know I was supposed to be on here, man. But I'm glad I am because I'm a big fan. I got 2 Austin Trout stories, man. But what y'all was talking about? I'm just logging in. Did I interrupt y'all?
No, I let you in when we had a little pause. He just talked about the fight that he had over the past weekend He won. I said it was a big win. He said that it wasn't. He was experiencing some ring rust because there's always been like at least a year or so in between his fights. And the plan moving forward is to stay active and hopefully by November have like a big title eliminator shot or something.
That last fight was in the Middle East or something, huh? I remember.
It was in Germany.
Yeah, the last fight.
Yeah, the last one before this.
Yeah.
Okay. So my wife is a super she got two fighters, right? She got she was a big winky right guy, right? And a big Miguel Cotto guy. So we so check this out. We had a football tournament, right? In Lafayette in the country somewhere. No boxing nowhere, man. And so I'm dragging for the boxing because she's trying to find Miguel Cotto. And I'm saying, well, look, Bobby's guy is fighting him, you know, so I can't root for Miguel Cotto, you know. She said, well, we're gonna be rooting against each other. I said, all right. So we looking for the fight. So long story short, we never found it. So you know I got the alerts on my phone.
Yeah.
So so we bring the boys down there and they're in the swimming pool and all this here. And I blurted out, Trout whooped Cotto. What? She starts screaming and all this. So yeah, I said, I said, man, this guy could fight. Now, fast forward, and I hope I ain't reversing it. She's got another guy, Canelo, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a Canelo fan. But I said, Bobby's guy fight Canelo.
I can't go against him, man.
She go, oh, fuck that guy. He's probably gonna win. so look, we go down there to watch you fight, bro. Of course, well, I'm going to watch you fight, and the wife going for Canelo, but she's not confident. Which one of the guys you fought first? Did you fight
It was Cotto first, then Canelo.
Okay, so she just knew in her heart that you was gonna whoop Canelo too. Because you ruined the thing. It was close, and I'll give you my opinion of the fight. But yeah, so I got a root for you, man, by by relationship,
that, man. Yeah.
You know? But
I appreciate that.
We down there, and man, you was up against it, man, because the Alamo Dome fit about what 60 or something like that.
40,000, man.
Yeah, man, and everybody in there
angry. They ain't like me at all, boy.
Yeah, now I'm watching the fight, and I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I kind of thought you was winning, man, and then that scoring came out.
Yeah, man.
And I said, "Oh man!" I said, and we all know about home.
We all know what it is.
Yeah. But I said it's gonna be a problem because now I'm saying he's got the go, and Canelo's gonna go in there prevent defense, and that's what he did. Mm-hmm. And of course they had the knockdown round. But yeah, man, so I'm a fan, dude, and I'm a fan by.
I appreciate that, man.
By association. But yeah, man, that's my two trout stories, bro. Now you hear my kids sparring with you sometimes and stuff. He's like, "Oh man, this guy's good, man." I said, "Well, world champion, man. Yeah, that's how it works."
I appreciate it. Hey, I plan on shocking the world again a couple times more.
Now, you went down to Germany, got the win.
Mm-hmm.
Was this an eliminate or anything, or was it just getting you in position, getting you back on the platform?
Just getting back in the platform, in the win column, getting back busy.
What was it, bro?
One thing that'll get you out of the rankings is inactivity, so I had to make sure I took care of that.
What was it, 54, 60? Where you fought at?
It was at 54.
Okay.
And is the goal you're gonna stay at 54? And
yeah, I mean, I took a couple fights last year at 47, just to show that I can make it. Mm-hmm. At the time, I was dealing with a couple people, and they were like, "Can you even make it?" I said, "Watch." So it's if someone wants to look at that as an option, the right fight presents itself, man, I will jump to 47 and smack.
Yeah. And just recently, about last year, you signed with Legacy Promotions, right?
Correct.
Pretty good promotion from what I see.
They all in-house too. They got their own little marketing, digital, audio, video. They have plans to do some real big things, and I like what I see so far. Like my last two fights. First one was in Dubai. This last one was in Germany. And they try to keep it very classy. I like that.
Yeah, like I was saying, the venues look nice. Also, the crowds are like very mature, and it just looks like they love boxing. It's not. I swear, I need to go, but now it looks really nice. How is it in Germany?
Germany was lit, man. It was cool. Well, those parts of it, they show love. I had a whole bunch of Italian food because there's a lot of Italian settlers over there, so it was good.
Is it Europe-based promotion, bro? Is it Europe-based?
It is. They're out of Germany, but they have an office in Dubai as well.
Okay, man. That's a lot of them guys out there. That's the same thing with like Pro Bellum, right? They Europe-based, right?
Yep.
They all throwing their head in the ring, man. I figured the more the merrier.
I couldn't be happier. That helps the boxers out because they need talent, and the talent makes the fights, and so that makes more opportunity.
Yeah, we always see like a lot of interviews or clips of other people saying that you were one of their best opponents, and then we hear I know you've mentioned a few times a couple of people that you would like to rematch. Or that you wouldn't even like to meet in the ring. Can you name some of those?
Oh, well, I would love to have a rematch with Jared Hurd. That's definitely one of my biggest ones.
But we don't know if he's going to fight anymore, right?
And not to mention, if he could ever make 154, homie was a big boy. But that's, God, dog, I want that rematch back. Yeah, of course, Canelo, I'd love to fight him. And then, that's a good payday. But he can't make 54 either. So
Yeah.
His
walk around weight.
For real. I'm trying to fight. Let's see, Jack Koke. He's up there in the rankings. That would, if we could get that for a eliminator, Johan Gonzalez. I'd love to beat him up for a type of title eliminator or title shot. I'm just gonna call these realistic fights out because I'm right there in the rankings with these cats. And me saying I could get another world title, that's not just me daydreaming, although it's part of it. But that's a reality because I'm right there, 5th in the IBF, top 10 WBA.
Yeah,
and I could beat up a whole bunch of them cats that's in there, and I would love to get a chance at Charlo again. For sure. With activity, I'm telling you, with activity, I'll be a monster. Because I fought a lot of these cats off of year-long layoffs.
Well, at your level, with your name and at your level and former champion and all that stuff, I tell the boxers all the time, you're one win away from right back in anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When you're competing at the elite level and like you have, and competitive and beat world champions and all that good shit. One win, bro. Boom. You right there, and then it's a big fight. It's just staying active.
Exactly. So instead of sitting here waiting for that to present itself, I'm just gonna keep fighting until the right fight presents itself. That makes sense. And I mean, I'm not taking on just straight bums. But this last dude was 21-3. My last opponent was like 29-2. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's not elite, but I'm making them
active against solid
I'm
fights.
active against solid fights and making it look easy. And that's what I want to continue to do until that name comes up.
Don't I'm thinking the Charlo has all the straps at 54, right?
Yes, he does.
He horseshoed into that. You wanna you say you would like to fight Jared Hurd. Now
yes.
Jared Hurd, y'all fought. You want to rematch him, right?
I love the fight. But both the Charlo too, Jamel Charlo. I would love a rematch,
Both
man.
of them.
I would
He
love the rematch. Man.
Yeah, I remember both them fights. We Hurd had us in camp. I think 2 of his camps he was paying us, and yeah, that's a big old guy, man. You can't
It's a
let him
big
punch on you.
dude.
That's the big, yeah, that's the
Hey,
big
bro.
deal.
You know,
And
ain't no let him. What
he
you
don't
gonna do? He just beat his ass no more.
he'll walk forward, won't he? How would you what would be the adjustment for
That's
Jared Hurd
it.
without you cut out on me, bro?
How would I fight him again? Look, when I fought Jared Hurd, I was off for 17 months. I had a 17-month layoff, and then they had me fight Hurd. And at first, of course, I was like, well, I love some type of tune-up. They're like, what you need a tune-up for? You better take this. I'm like, all right, I'll take this shit. And I was beating his ass for 7 rounds, and then, my body gave up. But
I
with
remember that fight.
a little bit of activity, I think I would have stopped him, in my opinion.
I can't remember how the Charlo fight. Didn't you fight both of them? Or am I tripping?
Yeah.
Nah, I fought them both.
You fought everybody, bro.
Yeah.
And guess what? I fought Charlo coming off another year-long layoff. Ain't that some bullshit?
What was
We need to change up the storyline. No more years.
So it sounds like I'm being a broken record, but I'm telling you, the activity's always been key for my game. And like every time I'll have a year-long layoff, and not by my will or by my fault or nothing like that. I wasn't injured. I wasn't suspended. You know what I'm saying? I went in jail. I was ready. And then they would just put me in with a killer after a year-long layoff. That was never good for me. I kept telling them, I was like, man, if I had a fight here and there, I've been sharp, because that's how it goes. The first fight is just really knocking off rust. The next one is tuning in. By that third one, I'm hitting all gears, you know what I'm saying? And if you just
by
keep
design, bro? That's by design. You
it
know that.
going how they used to back in the day, like when Hector Camacho made his comeback, he fought 15 times in a year. Think about it, that's sometimes twice a month. You know what I mean? And I know that can be dangerous and everything, but if as long as if you ain't getting your ass whooped, like I'm fine. Yeah, I know I look a little sleepy, but it's because I am. I was traveling for 16 hours. I look tired, but I'm fine. I'm not hurt. I'm not injured. I ain't take too much damage. I'm ready to go back and get back into it.
Yeah.
What was
And before you say something, because you just be there.
I'm a fan. See, I'm being a fan right now.
I
Shit.
know. I was about to say, okay, we got a fanboy moment, but I really appreciate you taking this interview. I know you've been traveling and you're tired, and I was like, I just want to be the first one to say, like, Jiffy got tried to do an interview.
No, you did that though. I appreciate you, but it's cool.
I was at my business, and Andy and I were watching the fight, like, just ignoring the customers, like rooting for you.
Appreciate that too. And look, we're gonna get right back to it. I'll be in there Monday. Bobby and Kareem Makar, he's a promoter with Legacy Promotions. He listens to Sound Reasoning, and Bobby always has great ideas. So they're gonna find me a fight ASAP. Kareem setting up a fight for November. And again, it's gonna be somewhat of a title eliminator. It's gonna get me right there. So I'm mandatory knocking on getting my rematch with Charlo. Because he got the BA and the IBF, right? That's the ones I'm highest ranked in, so I need those back.
That'll be cool. So I know who you primarily spar, but other people don't. So who would you primarily spar to get ready for Charlo again? Or who you think would be best?
Who would I? Because I would Trouble. I would spar Trouble. He would definitely be a part of the camp. There's just so many good, right? EJ.
Man, that boy is explosive.
EJ would be good sparring for sure. Eugene Hill Jr. For those who don't know, EJ. Cedric. He would be good work for Charlo. Cedric Agnew. Take a pick. I'll have plenty of work for Charlo.
Yeah.
I'll be super ready.
So, I mean, just to say the least, like Houston is locked and loaded already.
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
It really doesn't matter who your opposition is. You can,
We can mimic that style. We can find it because Houston is a good little hotbed for fighters.
Yeah,
and they love boxing too. They brought that New Orleans love for boxing, and they kind of brought even more so love for boxing here in Houston, I think.
Look, he's smiling because he's from New Orleans. That's where he came from.
That's why Quentin don't fight like nobody. He's from here, but he ain't been built by a Houston guy, so that gave him a little edge. But I think, man, when you said EJ, man, you're right. That's damn near a mimic almost, And he's a big, strong kid.
Yeah,
I think he may be an inch or two shorter, but big, strong, all that, man, and very similar fighter, man. You hit the nail on the head with that one, and that'll be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to start camp, man. I didn't hear this positioning because I'm ready to get to work.
I feel like you got the ball rolling already. It's already in the universe. You're going back to the gym tomorrow. Like you might get back to tomorrow, like. We back it up with words and we put it back by action. Go ahead, Jiff. I'm sorry. No, you good. I'm like, you've been staying in shape. We got Hollywood for strength and conditioning.
Chris Estrada, shout out to him.
I missed your fight, bro, because we was traveling on the way back. From outside.
His name was Hernandez. And Derek missed everybody.
No, you're right. It's Hernandez. I'm just thinking my other friend. I'm sure.
Hey, I didn't mean to miss it, but we was fighting. When was the fight? Was Friday, right?
Yeah,
it was like Friday afternoon, like around 4-ish.
All right, check this out. We fought. We went upstairs. Me and Aaron. He said, "Meet y'all down here at 2:00." We went to the room, came back down at 2 a.m. and drove to the airport and flew back to Houston. So when Austin was fighting shit, we was in the air somewhere.
Yeah, we probably in the air.
We wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah,
we didn't see it either unless he went back. Huh?
It was a good fight.
How would you grade yourself, bro? I know I was late. Did y'all cover it or what?
It was like I said. I felt rusty in the beginning. The only thing I could get going was the jab. So I used the jab. The jab was fine. But the left hand didn't really come on until maybe the 7th, 8th round. I'm glad I got that out the way. Looking forward to the next one.
Was he a conventional fighter, left-handed? What was he?
He was left-handed. Left-handed. He was awkward too. He threw a lot of double left hands. He made it interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. But so you agree yourself? You was rusty, but did he win some rounds?
I don't think so, but he.
Yeah, I didn't see him win rounds. They gave him one judge gave him 2 rounds, one judge gave him 3 rounds, another judge gave it a draw. So they must have been tired or something. Because I didn't see that.
Judges, how many times?
Even the commentators were saying it was basically a shutout.
Shutout, yeah.
How many times have y'all seen judges in the gym?
Right.
In boxing.
None.
Oh, trust me, I'm far too familiar with judges not knowing what they see.
Oh, Jiffy, yeah, she's got it worse. I'm here complaining about them pretending to give me a draw. They straight out robbed you twice in a row. I can't believe it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hey, that Austin fight, was you there at that one, Trout?
I wasn't there, but I watched it.
That fight wasn't even close. It was 4-0.
Even close.
I didn't even get that one. That was 4-0.
None of them. Neither one of them were close.
I gave that other girl on the last one. I gave that other girl a round, so it was 3
1 round. I was okay. Yeah. I did too. I thought it was even going into the 3rd, and then she just pulled off. But that
what really gets me is like how I get it why they have 3 different judges, and what really gets me is everybody sees something different. Like on one of the
But
fights,
they can't see that far of a
I
difference.
know, because I think on both of the fights, one of them had, you know, me 4-0, and the other ones had me losing 3. Like, it's like there's no way I lost all
No
of
way.
those rounds.
No way.
It's crazy. So I don't know. Like this, you know, everybody has a different path, and you know, God might be trying to show me something, and you know, tell me either to quit or not quit, or see what my heart is.
I always try to look at. I feel like boxing is what I'm supposed to do for now. So what is like? Why didn't I get to just knock this kid out? Well, I needed to knock that rust out. I needed those rounds.
Mhm.
Okay, somebody's gonna watch that fight and he's gonna be like, "Yo, I could smash Austin, and I'll come through slick and whoop their ass." You know, they'll
Yeah.
start sleeping on me. So there's always a reason. It's always for partially your will is God's will, and vice versa. Or God's will is your will. So like, what does your heart want to do? That's God giving that to you. That want.
Yeah. I still, you know, with boxing, I'm still learning like every single day, and I'm learning that there's something that I don't know every single day. I like it's
Yeah.
something about business, something about politics, it's something about like, you know, mentality or emotional intelligence in the ring. Like it's so crazy how much there is to be unfolded in boxing, and it really can't really discover any of it if you don't have the love for it.
Exactly.
There was a moment where after like, you know, after the first fight that I had that I lost, which was my second fight, I drove back from Austin to Houston, and the whole time I was just like, I was praying and I was crying because I was just like, you know what? Maybe it was God's will. Maybe she needed to feel that win, or maybe, you know, maybe I was just a blessing to her. You know, I just don't know. But nothing in me made me feel like, oh, I shouldn't do this. I did feel like this last fight. I felt like, you know what? I think I might like hang it up for a little bit. But that was my brain. That wasn't my heart. My heart made me go to the gym that following Monday or Tuesday. And everybody looking at me like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, just mind your business, because you know, I got to figure out. But boxing is rough, man.
Or
It's
maybe,
rough,
or
but
maybe you just got incompetent judges.
facts. It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, you never been to the store. You never been to Burger King and they got your shit wrong, and you're going, how I told you what I wanted. How you can't? It's just incompetence. A lot of time now it sucks because you're a professional and it matters, but you know, incompetence is a mug. That's all.
You know, accidentally left the building or something. But yeah.
You got to make sure. You got to make sure to tell them put it on do not disturb because it'll knock them off.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure he'll come back. So how is it talking to Austin?
Oh man, that's a good dude. I like I said, I met him a couple of times, and he seemed like a great guy, my type of guy, you know.
Y'all, my bad.
Did you gotta put your phone on do not disturb?
Yeah, it cut me out.
Yeah. Well, we won't keep you too long. You have any more questions for him?
Nah, man. I appreciate you sparring with my guy and helping him at the gym too, bro.
Q's good, man. He keeps us all sharp. So, but I'm coming to whoop everybody's ass now. That I got that rust off, and I'm gonna be back in. So,
awesome.
The gym wars is well, they're not even wars. Like we work though. That's what I like about Main Street.
I appreciate that support, man, for the amateur show too, bro.
That's no problem. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my plug out because Qnell's having his amateur show, but we got a booth at that fitness expo, George R. Randall, this coming weekend, 23rd, 24th. It's promoting Rock City Boxing, Main Street, and also Houston boxing classes. That's personal training by yours truly over at Main Street. That's 1612 Austin Street, downtown Houston. So the 23rd, 24th, come check out my booth. Come find out some more information. Come get some training. We got the dopest gym with some of the coolest people. You can see Jiffy in there. You can catch yours truly, catch Regis Prograis. You can see Shock Foster. You can see Derek Lewis. But if you don't want to come to the family, come to be their fellow training partners. And there's my cheap plug. In cut.
My man.
What a lot of people. We always talk about boxing, but at Main Street we have Muay Thai. They have Muay Thai. They might do like
Jiu-Jitsu.
But there's a lot of like
kickboxing.
UFC fighters there. That some that I didn't even know. Like you just mentioned Derek Lewis. Like I didn't even know he was a big name until I was like
Big name.
him on TV. And then who was the other guy who they made a meme out of him because he was like he tapped out or he was making somebody tap out and he was like, I'm good. You know who I'm talking about?
I don't know what his name is, but Lauren Murphy's in there.
Yep. I think he's fighting Misha Tate.
Yep.
Might have been yesterday. I didn't check it out.
Oh yeah, we gotta check, make sure we peep that. So again, come out to George Brown, 23rd, 24th Fitness Expo. It's got some amateur fights. Got my booth there for Rocksteady Boxing, Main Street, and Houston Boxing Class. Jiff, you wanna come see me at the Fitness Expo?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be out there.
Yeah. Then you come see Big Jiff in the building too. Shoot.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people come to Maine just to see me. Because I'm who? I'm your favorite female boxer, right?
Yeah, Triple F. Hey, but y'all have a good one, man. I appreciate the conversation.
All right, yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming on with us.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap now.
Oh yeah.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
All right. So we're about to wrap it up. We've been doing a lot of interviews. We've been staying active and in this thing, huh?
Yeah, man, this is too much work. I thought you was coming to lighten the load, man. It's too much work now. Damn,
well, I'm actually really excited that you got a chance to talk to Austin. Some of the conversations that you've had with him, I wouldn't have been able to have because I did pay attention to his earlier career, but I didn't have the same experiences that you did. So
right.
At the very least, maybe this one doesn't feel like work. You know?
I'm just picking, but it's good people. Good people deal with good people, right? And because if you're not good people, you get found out, and you usually get rid of yourself, you know. And and Austin's, and by the extension, you know, with Bobby and Aaron and everybody, and he I remember asking him, hey man, we're doing this amateur thing. Would you mind giving us a shout out or whatever? And like Regis, fucking 10 minutes later, boom, here it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and then you got other people that don't come through, or it's like pulling teeth when, you know, it's you don't want to ask nobody to do nothing, but it's for a good cause. Me and Quentin starting a nonprofit, and we trying to keep this thing going. Hopefully we turn this tournament into something, you know, down the road for USA Boxing. But you know, it's just good people flock to good people, and when you know when you can feel it, you know, you can feel it when guys are good, and Austin Trout definitely seems like one of the good guys, you know.
Yeah. No, he definitely is. And he's very similar to Q. He passes on knowledge. He helps out as much as he can. He's one of like the best guys. I remember when I first started training at Maine and he was there. A lot of people would like stop and say, hey, you know, I want to take a picture with you. We'll take a picture with you. And he'll stop doing what he's doing to please these people and take pictures. One day somebody asked me to take a picture of them. And I said, no, let the man train. Like, and I was like, Austin, you need to speak up and say like, hey, wait until I'm done or something. Cause you know, that's not cool. But he's like such a good dude that he's not gonna tell them like, oh, you know, wait until later or whatever. Cause I guess just appreciative that, you know, he has fans.
Absolutely. But yeah, that was your plug. You got him on the show, man. I'm glad you handle that piece of business. We got us another big name, man.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people, so
Yeah,
hopefully
man.
some more big names.
Let me mama's out of town. My son graduated, and for graduation he wanted to go to Colorado, and just so happened we had this fight this week. So her and Tyler hauled ass to Colorado when we went to Washington. So they'll be back tomorrow, but I'm in here cooking and shit.
Okay.
Feed the rest of these kids. But
well, thanks for interrupting your cooking to come on and.
Oh yeah. I wanted to talk to him, man. Like I said, he's a good guy and a world champion, and all that good guy stuff is great, but he could fight too. Mm-hmm. He's a fighting ass dude, man. So yeah, man, I enjoy watching him fight and wish him nothing but success. And if I'm more than certain Quentin will get back in that ring with him anytime. If he can help him too, depending on who he's getting ready for. But yeah, wish him nothing but the success, and y'all come out to the Quinnell Randall Championships. Austin Trout got a booth out there for his gym and his stuff going on, and we got the 3-on-3 basketball and just the fitness expo, and me and Jiff is gonna be out there, and Quentin and handing out belts to the winners, and I think it's gonna be a big success. I think it's gonna be real fun.
It's gonna be a good show. Well, all right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. All right.
See you later, Jeff.